Is going on, everybody? It's Hector Martinez once again for Urban Kung Fu. And today I'm coming at you with something pretty unique and I would say quite special. As you can see, this is the soundtrack to the 1994 Gothic classic by the one and only, the late Brandon Lee, The Crow. And this one is the soundtrack on vinyl. Now, for those Brandon Lee and The Crow aficionados, the soundtrack has been released so many times. The original soundtrack was in fact released in 1994 on Atlantic Records. And later, they, as the years went by, Japan did their own version. There was a record store re-release of the soundtrack with additional music and packaged really nicely. Also, France and Italy put out their own versions of the soundtrack on EP, on 7-inch 45 singles. So The Crow has had its re-releases on several occasions throughout the years, but I'm gonna show you why this one is very special and unique, and I don't know why they never went with this type of format. I'm so glad that they finally did, because it is a pretty nice collectible piece. This one here is only limited to 100 pressings, and I picked this up about a year ago, and I actually found this by accident. This is it's a company that specializes in colored vinyl, and they normally go with different types of movie soundtracks. And to my surprise, they showed some love to the soundtrack of The Crow. And this one here came out again about a year ago, and I love the way they did the packaging on this. The sleeve is it's a very thick, glossy type paper, very nicely done. It's got that great image of Eric Draven, as you can see. Hope there's no flash. And very nicely indeed. And the background is looking out of the window of Eric and Shelley's loft. So as you can see, there's a partial side of the window. Beautiful, and you can see the city. And right above, you see various crows flying in the sky. And this is so nice. Again, the record sleeve is just really beautiful. Nicer than, I love the cover as well. It's the classic logo, Brandon Lee, The Crow, with the bird. And that's pretty cool. This is the back. And but the sleeve is so nice as well. Now, the reason I bought this, not only because of the sleeve, but they also showed the soundtrack some love. And it was pressed in red vinyl. There you go. Isn't that amazing? So this is a red colored The Crow soundtrack vinyl. And they haven't done this in a while. I do have quite a number of LPs that was put out at the, don't remember what store it was, a couple of years ago, where they use like blood splattered designs and brownish, smoky designs on the vinyl. Got a few of those in my collection, but I've never seen anything as far as like a solid red color like this, which caught my attention. I think it's very nice. And the flip side is, oh, here we go. Is it's got a black label, and it features a crow right above. It looks similar to my Malaysian LP. I have a Malaysian LP that doesn't have any track listings on the label. It's all black, and it has crows flying on the label. So, which is another unique piece. That one is from Malaysia, but this one is pressed in only 100 pressings, very limited, and it's been sold out for quite a while. I normally like to encourage my friends and followers to check on eBay, but this one was virtually sold out the minute it appeared. So I haven't seen another yet on eBay, but if I do, I will let whoever is interested know so they can get their own copy. Another thing that I found interesting about this is that the inside of the sleeve, actually not the sleeve, but the inside of the cover has the same artwork as the sleeve. So it's kind of let's see if you can see a little of it. It's pretty tricky to look inside, but the inside on the side, it's got Brandon on the right, and then it's got the loft window on the left of the inside of the carpet. So this is pretty cool right here. Yeah, the Crow soundtrack on red vinyl, and limited to 100 pieces. So I thought I'd bring this out and show my fellow Brandon Lee and the Crow fans and collectors, connoisseurs, and aficionados. So, yeah. You know, last month on March the 31st, it's actually Brandon's 31st anniversary of his passing. As you know, Brandon passed during the filming of The Crow, and they did can the film. They were not going to release the film because of the incident, but Brandon's mother, Linda Lee, decided that as a tribute and as a homage to her son, The Crow should be completed and released. So thank goodness that they did, because it's one of my favorite. I've never said that The Crow is my favorite. Legacy of Rage is in fact my favorite Brandon Lee film. But The Crow is Brandon's masterpiece, and so glad that they decided to put that out. I'm also excited because in May there is a 4K Blu-ray release of The Crow, and many of us fans and Brandon Lee collectors are very excited, because we're finally going to see The Crow the way we saw it on the big screen. And I remember going to see The Crow in '94. I went there with my mother, and we enjoyed The Crow. It didn't get the best reviews, but then again, I don't listen to the critics. But The Crow did indeed gather a cult following, and now it is considered to be one of the greatest of the gothic superhero films. And all these remakes are coming out, and I don't know why they're wasting their times with the remakes. I'm not interested at all. Brandon will always be Eric Draven, and The Crow will be Brandon Lee's film. It doesn't belong to anybody else. They cannot pass the banner to anyone else. This is Brandon's baby. The way Enter the Dragon was Bruce Lee's baby, The Crow is Brandon's. So, yeah. Let me show you another piece that I actually picked up the other day. I'm going to share this with you as well. Okay, I am back, and this is actually another piece that I picked up recently, and this is the Crow on Blu-ray from Japan, and this one is known as a 4K remastered version. It's not a 4K Blu-ray; it's a Blu-ray but remastered in 4K. To be honest with you, when I saw this. Um, it's got a great picture. I have to admit, it's got a great picture, great quality image on this Blu-ray. But I didn't see anything different aside from the other Blu-rays that I have on the Crow. Um, it's basically the same Blu-ray quality, maybe a little sharper. Uh, Unless my mind is playing tricks on me because the box says 4K, but nonetheless, it's pretty much the same as the original Blu-ray. But the packaging is pretty spectacular, and as you can see, it's got this the OB sash. That's your OB, and then it's got some nice graphics on the back. I'll show you some close-up images in a while. And here's the box, the front of it, the back. It's got a nice image of Eric laying by the Shelley Webster's tombstone. And you remove the sleeve, and it's got this nice white packaging. So you can see the case is in white. And it's got Eric Draven there. This is Brandon Lee, the Crow. And when you open it, here we go. It's got usually comes with a leaflet. Here's a nice shot of Brandon as Eric Draven. And then the two discs. Eric and and behind him is the crow, the bird. So this is pretty cool. And then when you remove this one, they showed love not only to Brandon, but they showed love to the crow. So this right here is the so-called 4K Japan Blu-ray, but it's not really 4K. It's remastered in 4K. So there's a slight upgrade to the original Blu-ray, but again, I bought it because of the packaging. But come May, we're going to have an official 4K release of The Crow. Very excited because there's so many versions coming out. I mean, people like myself, I mean, you know, sometimes I wonder why I do what I do, but I'm going to have to buy the same film maybe 3 or 4 times because there's like 3 or 4 different covers. And but they're so beautiful that they're must-haves for the collection. All right, so, well, decided to do this short video showing off my new The Crow soundtrack LP on red vinyl, limited to 100 copies, and the Crow 4K remastered Blu-ray from our good friends in Japan. And this is on the, what label is this? Okay. It actually says content, film, television, digital. Don't know if that's the company, but hey, who cares? I just know that the packaging is pretty neat. Once again, Hector Martinez for Urban Kung Fu, bidding you all peace, love, health, joy, continued collecting, and most of all, God bless.